Assalamu alaikum and welcome to this series of inspiring little baby dresses that we are making. Today's tutorial is going to be on this style, which is a net with a slightly embroidered or a heavier printed bodice. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you these are all inspired by just leftover pieces that would be of no use otherwise. So we're not going out to buy any of these. You can make these often from, perhaps you've got some leftover pieces from a dress you've made, maybe you've got a scarf that you don't actually wear, and you can design these dresses out of those. So this particular net piece we've had left over from a dress that we made for Inaya, which was also a leftover piece from a very long time ago. So we're going to use this net as the bodice. It's only a piece which is quite small. It's not, it's not a major piece. It's 8 inches by it's a piece which is 8 inches by 16, about 30 inches, which is all I require for the bodice. Even if it was 6 inches and 12 inches, I still would have used it, because the end result is going to come out from the combining of that piece with some of the pieces. This is about just a little bit over a half a yard of the net that we had left over, again from Inaya's dress. With this I will be using this net. This is the dupatta net, and it's quite cheap and really sort of like a discarded item. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make this dress. It's going to be similar size to the one that we made previously. Now the previous one that we've made, I'll give you a glimpse of that, since this is on cotton that I've designed, and this went from also from a leftover piece of fabric. Okay, and we used a combination of there we are. That's a very pretty dress, a very pretty summer dress. Looks absolutely amazing. I hope that Sumaya comes over, and I hope to try these on her and give you a glimpse of what these look like. So basically we're going to use similar measurement to this, and I will quickly I did take Sarah's measurements, and I've got those jotted down as well, but we're going to take the measurements from this. So the overall length of this is 20 inches, which is probably what we're going to make. It's 13 inches by 7 inches. Okay, so 7 inches is the bodice and 13 inches is the bottom. And then we've got measurements of a waistline, which is about 11.5 inches, and basically that's the sort of measurements that we're going to use. So it's going to be 13 plus 7, and there's only a few basic measurements that we need. 11 inches. So I will roughly jot these down, and then basically what we've got to decide on is how much gear we want. Okay, how wide we want it. Now the way we're going to cut this is going to be, we're going to use the net as double. Okay, so basically we want, if that length is 7 inches, we want this 14 inches. So we want 2 pieces of 14 inches. So 14, 14, 28 and 28. So we're going to use 1, I'm just going to mark this to 28, and then just half this, and basically we're going to create the gathers from this double folded net. So I will cut this at that, and then for the lining we're going to use a circle cut for the lining, and this circle cut is 21 inches, so we want 21 inches going around. So that's basically the roundness, and then we want about 14 inches going up. If we measure that, that should give us wide enough. Okay, we want it slightly bit shorter, so you're not going to use the full gear. So we're going to add our gathers of the net on top of this angled cut lace, lining. We just require lining for the bodice, which we need to cut the bodice first. So this is just the leftover piece of net, which we're basically gonna fold over to the required length, which is about it was 11 inches, so 5.5, 6 inches approximately. So we're going to place this, the lining with this, and put the lining with this. So the first thing to do with this is both the fabrics facing right side each other, just stitch on the wrong side all around the neckline, all around the armholes, then notch into them and basically just turn it over and press it to make it nice and flat. The back also, seam it around the armholes and notch into it. If it's too much excess, trim away some, because obviously it's quite visible and you don't want bulging fabric left inside. Okay, also around the neck, back of the neckline, and then notch. Make sure not to cut into the thread, and if by any chance you get close to the thread, then I would advise to repeat those seams. So both of these, trim and then notch. Now I haven't turned this side over because what I want to do is I want to push that into this and then seam it before turning this over. So basically what you do is face these towards each other, place that you want to push that into there, like that, and seam across here. Then this one, again, you want to push that into there. Make sure that the net is facing the net and seam across on that side. So these will be seamed and then they'll be turned over, and once these get turned over, then we press it all. Okay, so now what we've done is basically tied the kameez one side of the armhole and left the one side open, again with the lining and the skirt portion, the bottom frilled portion. I've attached them. I've just left like an inch and a half space on the one side and same on the other side. Basically center marked this and attached about 1.5 inches on either side, just to make the attaching of the zip and the piece that's going to be attached here easy. So the rest of the skirt, because I'm going to add like a beaded trim to go around this, I've left this, I've attached them together but left it open here because this piece is going to get attached to this once the zip has already been attached. So just to make it easier, what I've done is I've just done part sewing, and basically just this portion I've left it sort of like a dangly in between because I want easy access to it, and if I tie it up then it would make the access almost impossible. So from a piece of fabric I've made just like a straight V-cut piece, and I'm going to attach that on and then turn that over and apply the zipping. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to this final result of these beautiful baby suits that I have just designed and stitched up. So far I have done 2, and if somebody was to ask me what was my favorite job, then I would probably turn around and say designing baby outfits, because I absolutely love doing this. You know, when I get on a high of doing this, all I want to do is just, you know, things just jump out at me and I want to continue designing and designing. You know, so This net that we decided to do was just odd pieces that were left over from an odd piece that we'd stitched up for Inaya. And honestly, I can't tell you how pretty this little outfit is. It just looks, the colour is a silver grey colour with a bit of embroidered net for the top, and then plain net which has just been doubled over and basically frilled, and with a bit of bead work on the edging. And I was actually a little bit short, and I've sort of run about that much short, but you know what, who cares? And even if it's not absolutely 100% accurate, I suppose one of the reasons why baby clothes, pleasure of designing baby clothes, is because they are not fussy customers, and you can do, you know, you can experiment to your heart's content, and then, you know, they're always pleased with the result and you're pleased by looking at them. So if you want to follow these tutorials, there are going to be many tutorials like this, and they're all going to be available on Inaya's channel. These ones are for my little niece called Sumaya, and if she comes around tomorrow, I will try these out on her and I will give you a preview. She is so cute. She is absolutely adorable. She's like a little doll, and I want to see her dressed in these beautiful dresses. So that's just a couple of them so far. I want to make her about 4 or 5. She's going to Pakistan, and I want her to wear them there, and you know, and I know it's hot weather there. This is a cotton one. I'm trying to make them all sleeveless and sort of like frilly and cottony and so on. There are about 5 different ones that I've chosen, 5 styles that I've chosen, and once we've done Sumayya's, then we're going to go on to make Sarasum. So these 2 weeks are going to be pretty hectic, because I will be making Sarah's, I will be making Inaya's, and this is a design that I've chosen for Inaya for a wedding. So all the materials, everything, I've matched everything up. It's just basically getting around to stitching it, which hopefully I'm going to do pretty soon. Anyway, if you want to see, you know, there's quite a few designs that I've chosen. That's like a lace one that I've chosen, and then there's some ribbons and stuff that we'll be making. And now I can't wait to make this one and show you what this is going to come out like. Okay, that's just a little bit of a preview, and let me just give you a glimpse of what I've chosen. Now, this has got ribbons actually attached on it, but what I've chosen is, I had this lace lying around. You may have seen me use this lace on one of the suits previously, but you know, the design I have in mind to make out of this is going to be absolutely amazing. That's something that, you know, I'm sort of hoping to do tomorrow. If you want to see what these suits come out like, I won't post them onto this channel. This is just like a glimpse. I want Inaya's channel to be famous with everyone. I want thousands of subscribers on that channel, and I want lots and lots of views on that channel, because I think that's something that if you've got children, if you've got little girls, and you continue watching that channel, you know, just as my Inaya is going to grow up, yours will grow up with her. So I'm trying to encourage her to do like her own videos, where she can perhaps be a little bit of a role model for other youngsters of her age. You know, it's terrible, but a lot of the stuff youngsters watch these days is absolutely horrendous. You know, I'm so disappointed in a lot of the programs on YouTube, and parents just give the kids, I mean, I see Inaya sitting there with the tablet hours on end watching these stupid programs where, you know, there's Elsa and Anna and Batman, no, Spider-Man dressed up in these horrible costumes, and they are doing the most ridiculous things, and I absolutely loathe that. So I would like to encourage her to stop watching that, and you know, do something on her channel so that other youngsters of her age can, you know, relate to her and can start watching her and can start watching some of the, hopefully some of the stuff that we do on that channel. Anyway, for the moment is for the mothers, and try and get your children to watch it along with you, so that, you know, encourage them to watch it and say, do you like this outfit? Would you like me to make you one? Come on, you come and watch it with me, and then let's make it together. And I think that's something, if you give the children a little bit of an sort of an incentive to join you, they're actually quite keen to watch. It's amazing how many children are keen to watch our channel. It's weird because we once went to a wedding, and she was quite young at that time, but the people at that wedding, I was quite known to them because of my videos on YouTube. And when she phoned me up, she said, is Inaya going to be with you? Because my children are so looking forward to seeing her. And then we went to, you know, as we went into the hall, it was so amazing, you know, like all the children came running to her, and it was like, Inaya, Inaya, and they took her, whisked her away. So, you know, she was like famous in her own right, which was so good, because, you know, it sort of like encourages other children to hopefully do positive things that I get Inaya to do. So watch along, you know, with your children. And I mean, obviously these are for babies, and babies, encourage them to make them. You know, she was so keen to get these made for her little baby sister. And, you know, even for Sumaya, when she saw them, she said, oh, Sumaya will look so cute in them. So I'm hoping she will look cute in them. If you fancy making something like this, watch the tutorial. Like I said, these are all made out of remnants and pieces where they basically cost us absolutely nothing apart from the time. But, you know, dresses like these literally take, you know, they don't take that long, as long as you know what you're doing, how you're working it out, what you're matching. So pre-match everything up and then plan ahead, and just watch the video. It'll give you some guidance, and then attempt it for yourself. So go for it, keep on watching, and inshallah I'll join you again soon.